Charles IV, King of Bohemia and Holy Roman Emperor, had a long and successful reign. The empire he ruled from Prague expanded, and his subjects lived in peace and prosperity. When the emperor died, the whole empire...
Hello, sziasztok! Mindenkit. Itten leledzik. Bocsánat, egy-két dolgot még itt katok. Most van egy kis újítás, srácok, ugyanis elméleti szinten két helyre streamelek, tehát streamelek YouTube-ra is és rá is. Streamelek elméletileg. De folytassuk, srácok, ugye múlt héten streameltem már a játékból, egy jó egy órás jártam. Nem jutottunk túl sokáig, de ugye megakadtam a játékba, ugye rég játszottam már a játékkal. Ugye a legtöbb játékban ugye vagy az E betűt, vagy az F betűt használod úgymond arra, hogy egy autóba beleszállj, vagy egy lóra felüljé. Abban a játékban viszont az X betűvel kell előni lóra. Hát itt a múltkori stream végén kicsit bosszankodtam, hogy what the fuck. Most mi a szituáció? Na, úgyhogy ja. Most folytatjuk ott a lényegében abba hagytuk. Hát majdnem ott folytatjuk. Ez még a játéknak ugye a lehetőleges legeleje lényegében. Hát így mondani.
About time. Have you got everything I wanted?
Not yet. I'm working on it.
Szerintem, hogy
And how
itt
much longer
ezt
will it take? Get a move on. We have to finish that sword today.
hát ugorjam el,
You
mert
want me to look a
lényegében
fool
amúgy
in front of Sir
hát
Radzig?
is streamben ez már
No, I don't.
ikig
I'll be back
sorsoltuk. Ja, még el kell hoznom a izét? A tuclit. A két jó magától. Pedig én úgy emlékszem, hogy elmentettem a játékot. A múlt heti stream után már jutottam oda is, legalábbis eljöttem odáig, hogy már meneküljük kelljen.
I'm with you, Henry.
How are you?
I've just been to the tavern. The Deutsch was saying all kinds of shit about how Sigismund should be king.
That bastard. One day he'll get his teeth knocked down his throat if he doesn't shut up.
Father sent me. We're forging a sword for Sir Radzig, and the Chamberlain has the crossguard and grip. Father had them engraved in Sasau.
Right. They're here. The Chamberlain gave them to us for you. We looked them over. Beautiful work. I've never seen anything so fine.
I can't wait to see the sword. Just make sure you don't botch it.
When did I ever botch anything?
Where shall I start?
Ah, shut up and give me what I want, or I'll kick your ass this evening.
Right away,
Shut up,
your
Tonka.
lordship.
Magnificent. Shame I can't keep the sword for myself. Well, I better go if we're to get the job done by this evening.
Godspeed. See you later in the tavern.
You certainly will. After today's work, the ale might even be on me.
Látom, hogy a játékot kicsit így megbízhatatlan így mentés szempontjából, mert tényleg úgy emlékeztem, hogy elmentettem a játékot. Otelka, hoztam a dolgot.
Yeah, about time. Have you got everything I wanted?
I have charcoal, the hilt, and the ale. We can start.
Good job. Let's have it then, son. Well done. Right. Let's see what kind of job the master in Sasau did for us.
Hát ezeket én itt átugrom.
Look at that, lad.
Előző
Well, that's what I call craftsmanship.
stream végén igazából ez már
What's the
egy
inscription mean?
Damned if I know.
végignéztük
Czech,
egyszer.
maybe? Latin, maybe? Lord Radzig ordered it. Oh, this will be the finest sword I've ever made.
Lehet, hogy ezeket
We
így,
got the
így
charcoal?
átugrom, és akkor
Good. Then fire up the forge. We'll put it all together.
eljutunk odáig, hogy menekülni kelljen. Ugye ezt ki kíváncsi itt erről részre, nyilván az előző streamet végig tudja nézni.
Here are those nails you wanted.
Thanks. So, how's Bianca?
She's fine.
Jöttem Twitch-en is még
Why'd
föl
you
van
ask?
egy ideig.
Just wondering, will you be going to the dance this evening?
We will.
Maybe we'll see each other there. Anyway, mustn't keep you. I'll be on my way. That sword is truly beautiful.
Jó, igen, tudjuk, hogy a Fater is nézi a szónak a hipsi-popsiát, pókáját. Innentől már nem fogjuk majd tovább. Na, itt van már a menekülés, igen. Tehát lényegében a múltkori streamben itt kaptunk el sajnálatos úton módon. Elméletileg X-szel kell ülnünk a lóra. Úgy nem is értek, hogy amúgy miért a X-re tettek, amúgy a kedves játékkészítők, de mindegy.
Go to hell, you Tatar beast! Most már elég lenne, te...
Igen, tehát itt kapunk egy ilyen küldetést, mellékküldit. Remélhetőleg most már megmentettük, tehát most meg... De. Na jó, most fogunk meghalni, kicsit későn dobta be ezt a... küldés animációt. Itt már hirtelenül is értek. Elméletileg nem kell amúgy oda elég, hogyha csak így észrevesznek, amúgy elméletileg a kedves magyar katonák. Most kicsit későn dobta be ezt a küldi feliratot, hogy mentsem meg. Valami. Itt nagyon gyorsan kell amúgy futni, mert amúgy közben mögöttünk is jönnek az ellenfelek. Spuli gyorsan, spuli.
Jó kis falat! Ne feszengj, te szapka! Most meglátod!
Most sem nagyon dobta be. Kilépés, igen.
Jó kis falat! Ne feszengj, te szapka! Most meglátod!
Az hé, fiúk, itt vagyok. Jó, elméletileg most itt megmentettük, elméletileg, igen, megmentettük, jó, oké. Már megmentve. Most máshogy spuli, de gyorsan. az, hogy menekülés. Itt jönnek mögöttünk, nem is érdemesen, hogy itt az elején nézni. Igen, Harry, fuss, fuss! És azt hiszem most még az, hogy itt is puli. Mint betölött.
Hát ez rövid lesz.
Már vézek? Ajaj.
Kapsz egyet?
Hogy tudok gyorsabban futni?
Égetege jó.
Így duplán kell megnyomni a shiftet. Gyorsan spuli. Elvikém. Mert a jóska gyerekek jönnek utánad.
Left. Talmberg is to the left, along the stream.
Kibaszok veled!
Kibaszok veled! Hogyan beszélsz, te magyar fiú?
Run for it!
Szegény dolgom kezd már fáradni, szóval jó lenne, hogyha
Tudod, hogy fog végződni?
odaérnénk minél hamarabb.
Kapsz egyet!
Flee!
De hogy neki mondjuk, hogy menekülj, de hogy gyalog van, meg lóháton. Hol van már az a kastély, ahová el kéne menni?
Ma a pokolban végzett! Égetege jó.
Lassan elfárad a lovam.
Go! They'll kill you all!
Én már adottam bó! Jóska gyerek, hát. Nem tudok így menekülni tőled. Amúgy.
Kivelezlek, te fal!
Flee!
Vagy a lónak ilyen gyorsan visszanő a staminája. Oh, ez amúgy jó dolog. Én vagy nem találna-e? Ez a majom.
Kibaszok veled!
Yeah!
Gyorsan valami stamina tőled. Jaj, lőjük a pinámat. A picsámat, bocsánat. Ott van már a kastély, csak... Ah, jó, oké, beértünk. Túléltük, nehezen, de túléltük. Hogy találkoznak ők?
Quickly, everyone! Get your asses here!
Hey! And loose! Hagyjuk! Húzzunk innen!
Hát, nem nehezen tényleg menekültünk.
Quickly! We're closing the gate!
A lényeg vesz azért ott ügyeg a lábunkban, ami nem jó dolog.
Someone give him a drink. And bring hot wine and bandages. Tell me, boy, who are you and where are you from? What in hell's name happened?
I've come from Skalitz. They burned it to the ground. Slaughtered everyone.
Who? Who burned it to the
A
ground?
huge army. They attacked without warning. And they weren't Czechs or Germans either.
Who then?
I don't know. I've never seen armor like it or heard their language. Maybe Tatars?
Tartars, you say? Well, we'll deal with that later. First, let's have a look at that leg of yours. I don't know. Grit your teeth, boy. I'm gonna pull that arrow out.
És puff! Na most lehet. Kihúznak egy nyilvesszőt.
Easy. All done. You were lucky, lad. The arrow missed the bone. It only needed bandaging, and I've done that often enough before. War is a good teacher. Can you stand?
Elég gyorsan be is kötötték.
There you go. Good as new.
Milyen humoros a
If
valami.
you idlers nothing better to do, get back to work. You'll have to speak to Lord Divish. Can you manage?
Azt húzta ki a lábunkba a nyilvesszőt. Most rájövett, olyan, mint egy újkorában, és tup!
Sir, this is a survivor from...
I heard, Robard. Tell me, boy, what exactly happened? Did you see the ensigns of the attackers? And were there any more survivors?
So, I don't know what army it was, but it was huge. There were dozens of banners flying on the hill above Skalitz. The ones who did the slaughtering spoke a strange language. They burned Skalitz to the ground. But a lot of people took refuge in the castle. I wasn't quick enough. And as I fled, they shouted from the battlements that I should come and warn you.
The soldiers the boy didn't recognize. They could be those Cumans of Sigismund's. It said they came to Hungary from the east, and now they're the core of his army. Sacking Gutenberg must have given him a taste for stolen silver.
Skalitz is a small castle, sir. If Sigismund attacks, they can't hold.
Indeed, Sir Robard. And our small garrison would be no help, even if we could risk sending them.
You think we're next in line?
Maybe. What's your name, boy?
I'm Henry, son of the Skalitz blacksmith.
I know him. Did he make it inside the castle? I'm sorry. It's in God's hands now. No one else can help us. Anyway, thank you for risking your neck to warn us. Robard, take care of Henry. Make sure he gets something to eat and some rest.
Yes, sir.
And get all the people inside the gates. We have to prepare for the worst. Make all the necessary arrangements.
As you command, sir.
De milyen jó fejek. Paraszt fiút. Apókottyák. Ja, most ugye fél staminánk van lényegében, mert a bal lábunk az ennyi szólva gyengülve. Beszéltünk, csak az nulla. -25-ös. Hát beállítani, hogy ebből mit tudom én. Hát ilyen. A káposzta az egész sokat vitt fő. Jó, megfáradt is a karakterünk. Oké, hány küldetésünk van? Jelen pillanatban 1. Most lefele vagy... lefele kell jönnöm. Oké.
You've done well, lad. I'm sorry for your loss. You must be all done in. Why don't you go to the kitchen and have a good meal? Sorrow is easier to bear on a full stomach.
It must have been terrible there. How did it happen?
I heard about your father. They say
Kosika.
he moved to the countryside to make horses.
Menjek a konyhába. Mondom, akkor ide kéne, hogy jöjjek. Miért? Ja, akkor követnem kell őt.
He'd waste his talents, but I'm sure he had his reasons. He had a fine reputation. It's a great loss.
Bemutatta az utat. Erre menjek.
Ah, milady. You're fortunate our good lady Stephanie of Talmberg has graced us with her presence.
My lady, I'm honored.
So this is our brave young man. Welcome, lad. Bojena here will take care of you. No doubt you're tired and hungry.
Indeed. How could he not be, poor soul? After everything he's been through, he must be as hungry as a bear, aren't you, young master? Here you are, then. Eat your fill.
And a little wine to wash it down.
Thank you, my lady.
When you're done, you can go and rest with the grooms in the Outer Bailey.
No, that won't do, Sir Robard. After all he's been through, he deserves a proper bed. Let him sleep in a lodge in the courtyard.
Certainly, milady. Young Henry here is overwhelmed by your generosity.
Yes, thank you, my lady. May God reward you for your kindness.
Eat up now. You're in capable hands, so I'll leave you to it. Good night.
Good night.
Good night, man.
When you've done, you can sleep in the bedchamber of the courtyard lodge. And don't forget to take off those filthy boots before getting into bed.
Igen, azért a katona azért nem... Félelmez, azért mondataival itt oda teszi, hogy azért... Na, azért mégis csak egy... Rasztén Bill vagy Harry. Nem egy nemes... Érezteti. Oké, tehát... Megyünk. Mindent elviszünk. Egy kis sajtot is viszünk, egy kis kenyeret. Jó, hát most jelen pillanatban ugye... Ennél nem érez olyan képessége most. Tűkte el magunkat. Lényegében. Üt kacsa, jöhet! Amát szerintem nem fogom elvinni magammal, mert eléggé keveset. Bor, az is jött. Keveset ad. Igen, a fazékba. A fazékba. Jó, a fazékba, köszönöm. Most ezzel beszélgetnünk kellene? De jó, mondjuk el neki, hogy szörnyű volt. -1 kapott ez a szíves izénk.
It was a fine sunny day until Sigismund came with his army. I saw him sitting there with his red beard and proud posture as he gave the signal to attack.
Oh, no.
We all ran towards the castle for shelter, but they were too fast for us. They slaughtered everyone they caught and torched their houses. I barely escaped, and they murdered my parents.
God bless you, boy. I'm terribly sorry for your loss.
Na, hát tudja, hogy mindenféleképp csinálnunk kellett vére. Engedjen. Szakács. Velem itt a...
Good day to you. What do you need?
Tudok vásárolni valamit, hát most egyáltalán nem. Köszönöm. Akkor menjünk, azt aludjunk. Illetőleg valahol itt tudunk Venni. Jó. Hát a alvás. Alvás. Hát... Vagyunk 5-ig. Jó vagyok.
Today the patrols will be doubled. Keep your eyes peeled. If you see anything out of the ordinary, report it immediately. Understood? Yes, sir.
Hát a csöpőnket nem vettük le.
Yes?
It is I, Henry. Forgive the intrusion. I didn't wake you, boy, did I?
My lady, no, not at all. But what brings you here at this hour?
I thought you could do with a little wine.
Milyen
It's
kedves egy
just
hölgy,
what
ami...
you need to help you sleep.
My lady, thank you. You really shouldn't. You could have sent a servant.
I was going to, but to tell you the truth, I couldn't sleep either. I thought of you while saying my prayers. How awful it must have been for you.
Milyen kedves kis
I
hölgy,
came
ami...
to offer you solace, to let you know
Gondolt
you're not
reánk a
alone.
kis Henryre.
Thank you. Thank you kindly.
You're welcome. Now, Henry, I know this is all very new and strange for you, but I want you to feel at home here. You're not to worry about anything except getting better. God knows you've been through a terrible ordeal. I know what it is to be left alone in the world, although your loss is much greater. But with God's help, the pain will ease in time. And it can help to talk about it, if you feel like it.
Az úrnő csevegni akar. Hát azért csak el.
You might be right, my lady.
Beszéltünk nőt.
I'll tell you what happened. It was terrible and unexpected. The day started just like any other. Father sent me into town on some errands.
Hát azt én nem megyek el.
A fellow by the name of Kunish owed money to Father, who sent me to collect it from him. Only Kunish had no intention of paying. It got a bit heated, as often happens when there's money involved, but Kunish still wouldn't cough up the coin. Father was too generous for his own good, letting even a scoundrel like that buy on credit.
Oh.
When I'd done all the errands, I headed back home. I promised Father I'd help him with his work, and I was looking forward to it. He was forging a sword for Sir Radzik. The sword was taking shape when Sir Radzik himself came to have a look at it. He praised Father's work and said that with his smithing skills, he could easily make a living in Prague or Vienna.
You don't say.
But Sigismund's horde was already on the horizon, ready to attack the town. I saw smoke on the horizon from a village Sigismund pillaged on the way to our town, which was soon to meet the same fate.
God have mercy.
And then death descended on Skalitz. The gate to the castle was open. The bells and horns sounded the alarm, and the villagers ran to the castle to take cover. They were carrying the few possessions they could grab in haste, and I saw the terror in their eyes.
I can't even imagine how awful it must have been.
I ran to the castle like our neighbours to take cover, but I didn't make it. I had to find another way to save myself. The men on the battlements called down to me to flee to Talmberg and warn you. I was lucky I knew a concealed path around the castle. I no longer heard any sounds of battle coming from the castle, so Sigismund's army must have regrouped and started preparing for siege.
No doubt you're right.
Then I heard a scream. It was Teresa, the mill wench. She'd been caught by a gang of Cuman savages who planned to violate her. I had Sir Radzig's sword, and even though there were several of them and they were better armed, I had to try and save her. I wanted there to be at least one person I'd helped. And I succeeded, even though it almost cost me my life. After that, I stole a horse from them and rode off.
Like a valiant knight.
I'll never forget the horror. It will haunt me for the rest of my life.
Csak így feleszettük a beszéd kísérünket.
God alone knows why he lets such things happen.
You poor boy. I understand your grief, but God is not to blame for the ills of this world. That is the work of Satan and those who do his bidding. Those who are corrupted by greed, envy, and pride. You must not lose faith, whatever life brings. Fate has not been merciful to me, and my husband either. Although in comparison to the horrors you went through. I was young when I married my husband. It was my father's wish. Divish was a lot older than I, but a woman must bear her lot. Shortly after our marriage, before I even got a look at Talmberg, the castle was stormed and my husband was imprisoned.
Really?
My husband had some quarrel with Sir Havel Medek of Valdek, who decided to resolve it by force. He stormed the castle, burned down the village of Pribyslavitz, and killed many of our men, even the old chamberlain. He imprisoned my husband in the castle and put his own garrison there.
That's awful.
I was barely 18 years old, and all of a sudden, I was left alone with Sir Robert. We didn't know what to do. We went to Prague to appeal to the king and sought help from Divish's friends, but all to no avail. We tried for years, but it seemed I was destined to be left alone and my husband to rot in jail in his own castle.
Years, you say?
7 years. That's how long it took before Havel was condemned as an enemy of the crown. And even then, he refused to surrender the castle and release my husband. In the end, I raised the money to pay a ransom, and only then, by the grace of Lord Jesus, did I finally lay eyes on my husband once more.
7 years? And was Havel punished for it?
Never. And after 7 years, my husband returned to me an infirm old man.
Sir Divish seems like a good, strong man.
Certainly, only he has many concerns. He had to rebuild Talmberg. After he was released, the king appointed him Burgrave of Prague Castle, and he was very busy. He had no time for me at all. But at least we were in the city, and there was something going on. And now, we're here.
My lady, you're still young and beautiful. Your best years are still ahead of you.
Would that that were true, lad. Would it were true. But what am I doing bothering you with this? You have troubles enough of your own. I'll go and let you sleep. I enjoyed our little talk, Henry. Good night, and God bless.
Good night, my lady.
Lehet, hogy tetszünk ennek a hölgyeménynek. Enrike? Kicsit jobb kedve lett. Fiúcskának. Csak most meg elkezdett álmodni.
Henry, wake up. You don't want to miss this.
What is it? What's happening?
Come to the battlements. One of our patrols reported a company heading here from Skalitz.
Nagyon egy csapat. Vajon kik lehetnek? Egy fél perc türelmet kérek, srácok, nem sokára visszatérek. Bocsi srácok, csak közben nyilván volt egy telefonom is. Hál' a jó Istennek. Ezért amikor még ilyenkor még telefonálgattak is. Na. Az átő is nagyon könnyű, tehát nincsen lockpickem, úgyhogy... Szóval... Hogy csatatére. Ja, itt a lépcső. Aha, oké. A Bart kapitányhoz mennek. Kapitányom, merre vagy? Ez egy kis lag. Nem most, hogy ilyen messze, hogy lejt vagyok.
What's going on?
I don't know. It doesn't make sense. Why would Sigismund advance on Talmberg in the night? Especially since he's lost the element of surprise after the raid on Skalitz.
Maybe it's not him.
Then who is it? The scouts Divish sent to Skalitz to spy on Sigismund said he'd set up camp and was getting ready to storm the castle. And so Radzig is an experienced soldier. He'd surely hold the castle for quite some time. It doesn't make sense.
What else did the spies see?
Not much of anything. Before they could get close enough, this huge storm started. And you were right. Sigismund has a hell of a lot of soldiers, including all manner of mercenaries. An army like that costs a fortune. Well, anyway, we'll find out when they get here, won't we?
Aye, we will.
Farewell.
Halt! Who goes there?
Lucifer and all his minions. Who else, Robert?
Sir Ansig. What a relief.
Lucifer.
Is his lordship there with you?
Yes, sir. He is right here.
What are you doing up so late, Divish? At your age, you need a good night's sleep.
Well, Radzig, you didn't exactly pick the best time for an outing either. In a big hurry?
It was a bit of a scramble, all right. Believe it or not, this tempest is a godsend for me and my men. As my old granddad used to say, better a sore throat than a slit throat.
I'd say your grandfather was a wise man. Your messenger told us what happened.
Messenger?
The lad you sent to warn us.
He's alive? He made it to you?
He's here with me. He only got away by the skin of his teeth, though.
Thank God.
A brave young man. But tell me, friend, how on earth did you manage to get away?
Thank God for this tempest. When it began, Sigismund's Tatars crawled into their holes and left us storming the castle for more clement weather. We were able to sneak out right under their noses. The Lord be praised. We wouldn't have stood a chance against them.
Would you like to spend the night in Talmberg?
No, no. When Sigismund finds the castle empty tomorrow, he might come looking for us. We'd only be exposing you to danger. Without me and my men, he has no call to attack you.
Well, what will you do then?
We'll march to Ratai. It's only a short way, and there we'll have a better chance of defense and enough room for all of these people. If Sigismund should come, better bend your knee, Divish. There's no point dying in a battle that's futile.
You're right there.
Is that boy still with you?
Igen, minket keres.
I'm here, sir.
You have courage, lad. That I can't deny. I am sorry about what happened. Would you care to join us?
I'd like to, sir, but first I have to return to Skalitz.
Are you mad? What do you want there?
I can't leave my mother and father. I won't leave their corpses rotting in the street. I'll join you once I've taken care of them.
Don't even think of going back there, you donkey. Are you tired of living?
But sir!
Quiet! I'm sorry about your father, but getting killed as well won't help him. Divish, make sure that lad doesn't budge from Talmberg until things quieten down.
Not to worry, friend. Anyway, he's injured and needs to recover. I'll lock him up here as if he were Havel of Baldic.
I've seen you've grown a thick skin since your tribulation, sir. But thank you. We'll meet again when circumstances are more favorable. Farewell.
Farewell, friend. And good fortune. Give my regards to Sir Hanush.
I will. And good luck to you and your people too. These are dark times. Move out!
Anywhere, people! Move out! It's only a short way to Irány now!
Igen, tehát hála az időjárásnak sikerült megszökniük. Hát kilógniuk, úgymond a várból.
Men, tonight we'll have triple patrol.
Viszont Henry ugye mindenféleképpen el akarja temetni a szüleit.
What is it you need?
I could use an extra pair of eyes, and yours are keen. Will you keep watch at the battlements with my men?
Is that a request or an order?
I'd rather it was a request you answered yes to.
Of course I'll help. I'll have to pay you back somehow after all you've done for me.
Splendid. And don't worry, I'll tell the men to relieve you later. May the Lord watch over you.
Oké, tehát örködünk. Kell. Oké. Tartom. Meddig tartsam? Hát igen, egy sekélyidőjes, egy területmutatás, ahol sétálgatunk. Ködjek meg, ölködjek. Kérdés, hogy meddig. Jó kis ujjal van. Kommunikálni. Csak valami.
Jesus Christ be praised.
Jó, egyáltalán sok mindent.
Wandering around like a stray sheep. Must be your first watch, eh? I don't think anything much will be happening today. You can just lean against the wall and wait till morning. I'll show you what's what.
I will. Thank you.
Hát, hogy nem kellett volna kóborolnunk. Várjak reggelig. Hát úgy lesz idő kiadása. Várjak. Hát mindjárt úgyis reggel van. Táplálkozás 56, energia 68, hát... ez még nem számít reggelnek? Egy-két órát még. Aha. Elég ideig kellett várni. Jó, akik jönnek már megint. Kicsit lassan dobja be itt a tiket. Külső váródvarba. Igen, valószínűleg rájöttek arra, hogy Tajcsban már nincs senki.
Indeed, Robard. Sigismund of Luxembourg has a rare talent for winning people over to his cause. We may be in for a surprise, though. I don't think he will set his heathen dogs on us today.
Greetings, Lord of Talmberg. That's the bastard who led the attack at Scallis and killed my parents.
Don't be an idiot. Do you want to end up like them?
I am Sir Markwart von Aulitz. I come in the name of Sigismund of Luxembourg, King of Hungary and Croatia, who has resolved to strike against those who disrupt concord in the land and to restore order in the name of his brother, King Wenceslaus IV.
Restore order by burning and pillaging the king's estates.
Greetings, Sir Markvart. The efforts of the king's brother to bring order to this chaotic land are undoubtedly noble. It seems to me, though, that he and his army have somewhat strayed. As Burgrave of Prague Castle, I am entirely beholden to the king, and here in Talmberg divine peace reigned until your arrival. To what then do we owe the honor of your visit?
Yesterday, His Majesty took action against the enemy of the kingdom, Sir Ratzik Kobila, who has been using the silver from the Skalitz mine to fund insurrection against the crown. Unfortunately, the insurgent escaped. Would you happen to know, noble sir, where he might be at this time?
As far as I know, the Sir Radzik of which you speak is the king's hetman at Skalitz. I find it hard to imagine that he would rebel against our king. Nevertheless, I can assure you that Sir Radzik is not at Talmberg. He would be a fool indeed to flee from one castle, where he has little chance of defense, to another, where he has even less. Or do you take the view that my humble manner is any obstacle to your army?
Am I to inform the king then that Sir Ratzik Kobila is not at Talmberg and that he has your loyalty?
Sir Radzik Kobila is not here, and I have no intentions of getting embroiled in affairs from which I have nothing to gain.
Very well, sir. As you wish. I will relay your words to the king in the hope he will be as well disposed as you seem to be.
Those who have clean consciences and goodwill may find themselves well disposed even at moments like this, when there is little cause for joy. Farewell, sir.
Auf Wiedersehen.
Tudjuk, hogy egyszerre ezt megúsztuk. Oké, elmennek.
My lord, you have my utmost admiration.
Get on with you, Robard.
Jó nehéz lett az a buzogány, hogy két kézzel tette a vállára. Hát, ez a kopaszka, ez felismert bennünket. Szerintem. Ezért fordult vissza. Igen, el kell temetni ugye a szüleimet, tehát mindenféleképpen vissza akar menni. Temetni a szüleit. Uram, állj meg! Az én akarok, bűnöttságával.
Sir Robard, I need to get to Skalitz.
What would you do there, lad? Sigismund might have left, but the place will be swamped with robber barons, brigands, deserters, and other vermin. And anyway, your lord commanded you to stay here.
Betemettem a szüleimet, egy kimiatt. Ezt a fejem. Tudom melyik a nőbb, szerintem ez.
Sir Robard, my parents died there. I can't leave them to be eaten by dogs. What would you do in my place?
Sorry, lad,
but
I won't take orders. You'll have to wait until everything settles down, and maybe your lord will change his mind.
What happened in Kuttenberg?
Gutenberg? Well, I'm just a simple soldier, but the good Lord gave me ears, and I've heard some things from Sir Divish and from those who fled from Sigismund's pillaging.
Were there many?
Indeed. But it was the Kuttenberg mercenaries who came to see me, because I knew them from before.
I see.
Listen, lad. These are all games of the high aristocracy. In Prague, a cabal of nobles rebelled against King Wenceslas, wealthy aristocrats who took against our king for reasons of their own. There's no doubt Sigismund had his fingers in the whole affair. Him and Wenceslas's cousin, Jobst. And that cabal helped him abduct the king.
So then why did Sigismund attack Kuttenberg?
Why do you think?
Because the lords there could have risen against him with their armies and stopped his conquest of the Bohemian territories?
That's part of it. King Charles, may God grant him eternal glory, built Prague into a proper royal city, while King Wenceslas took a liking to Kuttenberg. After Prague, it's the most important city in Bohemia, in the entire Holy Roman Empire. He who commands the Kuttenberg silver is king.
So Kuttenberg sided with Wenceslas because he favoured it?
Now you're starting to understand. When Sigismund imprisoned Wenceslas and took control of Prague, the people of Kuttenberg began to raise an army against him. So with the attack on Kuttenberg, Sigismund killed 2 birds with 1 stone. He defeated Wenceslas's most powerful allies before they could stand against him, and also gained immense wealth.
Jó, na szerintem folytassuk. Beszéljünk itt órákig. Szóval szereznünk kell egy választható szerez egy lovat a kastélyból. Nyilván kéne egy lovat elválnunk valahogy. És van egy kérdője, meg ott is van egy kérdője. Hát a kérdőjeleket lehet, hogy meg kéne islantani, hogy mi a harci helyzet. Ja, itt van egy ilyen aréna. Erőség. És meg itt egy kereskedő. Hát most kereskedővel én nem akarok dumcizni.
Have you seen them, foreign soldiers?
Szóval egy lovat kéne valahonnan szerválnunk. Igen, itt van pár lovacska. Lekapaszkodni is elest a lovat. Igen, tehát el tudnám csorni. Mert amit a válkapu. Ez kéne lennie. Ki tudok fogni, azt hiszem. Nem? Itt fönt csak egy van mi? Ha? Erre mit tudok?
My respects to you.
Seregéről nem tud sejteni a sökésembe. Majd tovább kapok. Igen, ki?
Good day.
Mit tudom én?
I need to get out of here.
And I need a feather bed with a comely wench in it. But it looks like we'll both be disappointed. Sir Divish gave orders not to open the gate, and you especially are not to be let out.
azt nem.
My mother and father were left in Skalitz like carrion. I have to bury them. I can't leave them to the dogs.
I'm sorry, my friend, but I can't. You'll have to persuade Sir Robard, or think something up so I don't end up in the shit for it. Otherwise, forget it.
What am I supposed to think up?
How should I know? Maybe some disguise so I could say I didn't recognize you? If a Talmberg soldier turns up all kitted out properly, in armor and a helmet, then of course I let him go. That's obvious.
All right, I'll have a look around for something.
May the Lord watch
Oké, tehát elcsolnunk valahonnan egy rucit. Oké, magánterületen vagyok, elmétett, nehogy észrevegyék, hogy könnyű nincsen. Jó, csoljuk. Simán elcsoljuk. Nem tudom, hogy ott... Jaj! Na, szóval. Nagyon nehéz. Ülni. Hát azért még kéne találni. Halott. Így is van itt. Vagy nincs nálam ugye izé. Zártörőkészlet. Nyilván azt lehet, hogy vennem kéne. Nem tudom, itt a kereskedő. Ups. Árul-e? Ezek nehezek, tehát nem biztos, hogy ki tudom nyitni. Ez például nagyon könnyű. El kéne mennem a kereskedőhöz. Hát a kereskedő... Isten jól, ja, köszi, hello. Kéne nézem a kereskedőt, hát ő... Arról pakket. Van az a kereskedő jó madár itt. Van. Kéne nézni, hogy hát ő árul ilyen lockpicket vagy valami. Hol van bent? Itt. Igen, tehát nem. Az ajtó. Szalma, hogy miatok. Nem tudok bejutni. Szerintem nem fog árulni izét, lockpicket szerintem. X. Csak ebbe a izébe van. Nem, mert nem tudok átütni. Katona. Meg kéne találni az útnőt. Hát, hogy az útnő az tudna nem segíteni. Hát csóljak vagy valami. És ilyen őrös őr. Nézzétek, itt mutatja az egy kereskedőt valahol, de... Van. És hirtelenjében. Jó lenne, hogyha lockpicket találni. Visszamegyek oda, mert lehet, hogy itt akad. Tudjuk. Még mielőtt. Itt. Nincs semmi. Nem néztem végig mindent. És nagyon nehéz. Abban nincs. Találni az úrnőt. Hát ha az tudna nekem segíteni. És távolsági vesző. Hello.
Hey, you've no business here. Clear off or you'll be...
Ha engedni, akkor nagyon szívesen elmennék. Szi. Itt vagyok, Mögi. Nem. Né, szépen el. Szi. Azt mutatja, hogy ez kéne. Ja, menjünk innen egyelőre. Nem tudunk ott mit venni. Meg kell keresnem az úrnőt, hát ő tudna nekem. Nincs feltéve, hogyha megtalálom. Látos úrnőt. Magánterület, hát. Ez kifele vezet. A napot, hogy nőtt nincs. Rátörés nehéz. Szűnnie, bezárta. Csükötöknek sincs ideje? Lockpickje? Vagy valami? Vagy ez mind nehéz. Nincs a lockpickem, az a baj. Hölgyem én, Lady,
The Lord be
Stephanie
praised.
vagy mi?
What's on your mind?
Hogy itt imádkoznak.
What do you think, my lady? Do I look like a Talmberg soldier?
Not quite, Henry. Just look at you.
Oh, I see. Well, thanks. I would like to ask your assistance, my lady, if I may be so bold.
What's the matter, lad?
I need to get out of the castle, and your husband is keeping me here by force.
Why, for the love of God, would you want to leave the castle?
My lady, I know you have a good heart. I can't live with the thought of my parents being left in the mud to be food for stray dogs. How can their souls find peace until they rest in hallowed ground?
My dear boy, you'd risk your own life to give them a Christian burial? My heart goes out to you. I will do what I can to help, though I'll tremble in fear until your return. But what can I do?
If I could just get past the guard at the gate somehow.
But you can. If you wear a proper suit of armor, and if he can't see your
utan ebbe
face,
fog
he
tudni
won't
segíteni.
recognize you and he'll let you go.
Megszerzzük.
Good thinking. And where can I get the armor?
At the armory?
Where's that?
In the
Tudjuk
gate
sajnos, hogy
tower.
hol van.
But the soldiers sleep in other places around the castle too, and you might find armor nearby.
And where can I get the
Viszont a
armor?
végéről nem maradtam.
Where's that?
In the gate tower. But the soldiers sleep in other places around the castle too, and you might find armor nearby.
Well, they'll certainly ask where I'm going.
You could tell them Sir Robard sent you to Ujits, to ask the parish priest how the folk there are faring.
That sounds reasonable. Thank you, my lady. I must go now.
Good luck then.
Hát, túl sok mindenben nem segítettél, de azért köszi.
I could do with a bite to eat.
Billok. Ikket kéne keresnem, ahhoz, se találnom ahhoz, hogy... Egy kis kenyeret is. Ezt ki tudjam nyitni. Ezt a csomót, tehát... Találok én olyat. Lockpicket. Itt ahol aludtam, esetleg nincs valami... Kóka. Ja. Ja. És könnyű. Alvás. Akarok aludni. Tényleg meg kéne keresni azt a kereskedőt valahogy. Valahol a jó madárhoz valahol itt. Nem is erre mutatja.
God be with you.
Is there someone here who trades in goods?
Whatever is your man. He's the local dealer, a skinny fellow. I saw him by the granary. He'll buy anything that has any value, and he'd sell you his own granny, if he hadn't already sold her long since. May the Lord watch over you.
Kékes pajti. Oda magtár. Magas, vékony ember. A magtárnál. És
Jesus Christ be praised.
Do you know where I can buy and sell things?
Well, if it's food you need, go and ask in the kitchen. But if you want something else, I can't help. One of the villagers might know. May the Lord watch over you.
Nem értek itt a magtánál. Itt jelzi amúgy a passzimat. Csávókámat. Itt kéne lennie. Ezért magas, vékony emberként kéne esnünk. Lehet, hogy ő lenne az.
My respects to you.
Te lennél az, akkor megtaláltam. Jó, oké.
If you've got the coin. God be with you.
Vásárlás. Zárfeltörés. Yeah. Mennyi pénze van egyáltalán? Vagyunk ott 1,8. Hát nem sok. Mennyi az ára? 4. Akkor el kéne valamit adni. Mondást hagyjuk el. A talmát most egyre úgyse. Hát, jó, én azért még szeretnék veled válni.
If you've got the coin. How well.
Nincs elég pénzem. Hogy a... Hogy 144. Hát lehet, hogy a hosszú íból is eladunk párat. De az is csak meg is egyet érhet. Szóval... Túl sokat. Hát egyet ott tudjuk már venni. Meg is 2-t. Egyet ott 14-be kerül. Egyet. Olcsó bor. És legalább beladjuk. Még így sincs elég. Ja, Eladni akarok. Azt a pajzsot eladjuk. Ott van ide még egy. Csestékép. Most mit már lehet? Ja, hogy az ott az érték. Aha. És ott van ugye nincses térkép, amit jó lett volna megvenni. Megpróbáljuk feltörni. Ezt itt ellopjuk. Szem. Legalább nem tört el. Itt mint részt vesszük. Oké. Ami nem a miénk, videóra is adhatnánk. Csávókámnak. Nehéz. Hát azért próbáljuk meg hátra. Ez túl nehéz. Túl nehéz nekünk, hogy feltörjük. Viszont hát találok még itt valamit, amit fel tudnék esetleg törni. Még valamit el tudnék. Mondjuk itt. Az. És elméltek. Könnyű. Bandás, bankokos, van itt pár dolog, amit tudok adni. Ez meg délsre lett. És egy fél perc türelmet kérek, srácok. Bénat és jövök. Na, visszatértem. Igen, kicsit túlterheltem. Túlterheltettem. Szóval... dolgot akkor eladok ennek a... okamikinek.
Can we trade?
If you've got the coin. Farewell.
Ide nem. Ez nálunk. Jobből mehet. Ütöből is. Bokáló. Hogy? Jövőt azt... Nem kell a zöld ing. Jó, hát úgy néz, hogy egyelőre ennyit kell adni. Oké. Akkor választod a lehetőség ugye az, hogy csóljunk egy lovat. Kössünk el a lovat. Eléggé valószínű, hogy ez... játék ment be. Valamelyek most... Remélem, hogy nem fogsz szólni érte. Ha, de. Ezért már szólnak. Ja, akkor ez nem választható opció. Így csóljunk egy dolgot. Nyilván egyből voltak, hogy most így nem érik.
Good day to you.
I need to get out of here.
Then I'm afraid you're out of luck. Ah, I see. All right then.
Csak felismert.
Breathe a word about me to anyone.
Vette a
Take care now.
Alapot, hogy... Ez megvan. Hát az a választó... ez nem lett meg, hogy csoljak el egy lovat. De nyilván észrevettek. Hát akkor ez most így egy szép utás lesz. Szinte ez őszinte elérhető. Oké. Örök. Biztos jó ötlet. Erre. Jönni. Így gyalog kicsikét nehéz lesz. Fárasztó lesz eljutni oda. Nektek nincsen lovatok? Véletlen? Célkitűzés nem sikerült. Mit baszta volna? Ki? beszereztem volna egy lovat. Észrevesztek.
It's like they've already gone.
Hát igen, eléggé sok mindenkit lemészároltak. Na de viszont srácok, ha nem bánjátok, akkor majd innen fogjuk folytatni a játékot. Valószínűleg, hogy majd délután fogjuk majd folytatni. Valószínűleg majd innen fogjuk majd folytatni a játékunkat. Délután majd találkozunk, addig is legyenek jók. Látszok? Délután találkozunk.